if I'm going through all the effort to seal my garage door from the environment, from things that fly, things that crawl, I don't want something to get in, because they're going to find a way in if there is a way. So when the garage door comes down and stops, and the rubber seal on the bottom of the garage door sits here, there's a place right here where I can stick my finger. That means that they don't have to chew through this. If I put a piece of metal there, they can go by that piece of metal, and there's like a little place right down there at the bottom where they can go in. And they're in, baby. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm at this contraption. This is my template, my cardboard template. So this will secure to the outside edge here, and then see if I can hold this while I show you. So this piece back here, there'll be a place down here where I can screw it in. I could up here too if I wanted to. And then this piece on the bottom, when that rubber piece that comes down on my garage door, it stops right here. There's a gap there. If you go inside and you look, that rubber stop on the bottom of the garage door stops right here. So like I was saying, you could stick your finger in here, and there's a hole that goes all the way back. I'm going to cut this to where they will hit this first, and then the garage door seal is right here. Now, maybe they can chew through that too. I'm sure if they wanted to really get in, they'll do that. And if they do, I'll address it at that time. But this is my fix right now, and I'm going to make my metal like this. I have a little piece that I can bend over, and then screw this baby down. Okay, fun. The cutters I'll plan on using, I picked these up yesterday at Home Depot, and I'm praying they work. Okay, so I learned, I've never used those kind of tin snips before. I didn't know there were so many differences. I bought the red handled ones, which causes the discarded metal to go in one way, and then the green handles pushes the discarded metal the other way. I didn't know that, so I just bought the red because I wanted red and tin snips. They cut this metal very easily. It's just that the metal is stiff, so it's a little bit of a hand workout that I wasn't used to, because I don't do metal for a living. Okay, so I almost gave up. I don't want to spend another $44. I already got the metal, already got the tin snips. Let me just go ahead and bear through it. So I did. Now, you can see where this line right here is. This line right here through the middle. That's where I was going to bend it, but I'm going to check something out first. Now, that bend right here is made to where it'll go right back behind this rail. So I'm going to go ahead and make that bend. Should be able to push this all the way up against this faceboard here, this trim board. Alright, using my bench vise, the edge of the table, a hammer, I was able to coax it into this shape. I mean, it's not a perfect Z, but let's see what it looks like here. I think for it to work better, I'd have to cut maybe like an inch off here. Okay, so up here on my highly technical workbench, I'm going to measure an inch there, and that gives me 1, 2, 3.5. So let's go 3.5 off of this end. 1, 2, 3.5 here. And then I'll measure a straight line between the two, mark them, and then make that cut. Okay, so I cut just a little bit more than an inch off of that, because it doesn't matter. Now, what I'm going to do, see, I've got, this is now not straight up and down, but if I tilt it right, like all the way to the edge like that, try to make that a straighter edge, make this more flat. I'll have to work on it with the hammer, prime it and paint it. I just don't want it to rust. Once I get it on there, the stupid thing rust, that would really bend me out of shape. So is this worth it? Gosh, man, I hope so. Those stupid mice were, and actually it was a rat that got in. They get in the garage, and they have dinner or lunch, whatever you call it. Leave messes everywhere. They got in my wife's Jeep and died, caused a big stink. That's why I'm going through all this trouble. I suppose I'll have to squirt some silicone down in there to keep everything else out. These fins, whatever. Okay, that's it for now. This is what I wound up doing. Like I said, I made these rodent guards from an old VHS recorder that had quit working. So I bought me some aviation snips. Mine have the red handles. I had to learn to use them because I'd never done it before. Anyway, that's what I framed these from, and I've got them screwed in 2 places here, and then it goes all the way down to the floor. And then I don't have them screwed anywhere else. This goes to the back. Almost to the back here. Looks like I should screw these in, because insects could get by right there perhaps. I'll think about that. But what I have up here is my my rubber seal on the bottom. I did extend it on out to the bracket here. So when you cut yours, extend it out. Don't cut it flush here like I did. Let it extend out to the bracket. That way, when it goes down, it'll bypass this bracket, and then it'll be close to where this is here, and of course it's sticking in right here is where that rubber piece, that seal hits, and actually that's where the wheel is. Yeah, so the rubber piece will be right here and preventing anything from going through here. If it were to get in here somehow, it can't get past that. Okay, so that's the update on that.